FIFA just made the World Cup bigger, way bigger, and depending on who you ask, that's either the greatest thing to happen to football, or a slow-motion disaster. Here's the thing though, most people have no idea how the new format actually works. They've heard 48 teams and kind of nodded along, so in the next 4 minutes we're going to fix that, and by the end you'll have one question that nobody has a clean answer to. Let's go. The big number. 48 teams, that's where we start. The old World Cup had 32. FIFA looked at that number and said, not enough. So starting with the 2026 tournament hosted across the United States, Canada, and Mexico, we go from 32 teams to 48. That's a 50% increase in one go for the biggest sporting event on the planet. No big deal. In theory, more teams means more countries get to participate, more fans feel represented, and the global game grows. In practice, it also means more games, more travel, more scheduling headaches, and a lot more football to sit through. Whether that's a good thing depends entirely on your attention span. The group stage. New rules. Here's where it gets interesting. With 32 teams, you had 8 groups of 4. Clean, simple, everyone played 3 games. Easy to follow on a napkin. With 48 teams, you get 12 groups of 4. Still 4 teams per group, which is fine. Each team still plays 3 games. But now, instead of the top 2 from each group going through, you get the top 2 plus the 8 best third-place finishers. All 32 of those teams advance to the round of 32. A round of 32 at a World Cup. Welcome to 2026. This is either genius or chaos, and the line between those two things has never been thinner. The third place wild card. This sounds simple. It isn't. So about those 8 best third place teams, there are 12 groups. 12 teams finish third, but only 8 of them go through, which means 4 third place teams go home. How do you decide which third place teams advance? Points, then goal difference, then goals scored, then disciplinary record, and if you're still tied after all that, it's drawing of lots. A literal coin toss situation, essentially, to decide who goes to the World Cup knockout rounds. You know the type of situation where a team goes unbeaten but still gets eliminated because of a tiebreaker that nobody fully understands? Yeah, that type. The knockout rounds. Once you survive the group stage, the path is familiar. Just longer. Round of 32, round of 16, quarterfinals, semifinals, final. The bracket is clean once you're in it. Lose once, you're done. The total number of matches jumps from 64 to 104. 104 matches. The tournament runs for about 39 days. For context, that's longer than most football seasons feel when your club is in bad form. The host advantage, 3 countries. 2026 is also the first World Cup with 3 co-hosts, USA, Canada, Mexico, 16 cities across 3 countries. The United States gets most of the matches, including the final at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, which will hold around 80,000 people. Logistically, this is unlike anything FIFA has ever attempted. Teams could play one game in Toronto and their next game in Dallas. The travel demands alone are extraordinary. In theory, having 3 host nations spreads the economic benefit. In practice, it creates a scheduling puzzle that would give most event organizers a quiet breakdown. Why FIFA did this? Follow the money. Let's be honest for a second, FIFA didn't expand the World Cup to 48 teams purely out of love for football. More teams means more games. More games means more broadcast deals. More broadcast deals means more money. FIFA's revenue from the 2026 World Cup is projected to shatter every previous record. And look, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. Bigger tournaments do create genuine moments. Smaller nations do get to compete on the biggest stage, but it's worth knowing that the driving force here wasn't purely sporting. It never really is. The real question. Here's what we started with. A bigger World Cup, more access, more games, more nations. And here's the question nobody has a clean answer to yet. Does more always mean better? The old 32-team format had almost no dead rubber matches in the group stage. Every game mattered. With 48 teams and third-place wildcards, there will be groups where 3 teams are already safe and 1 team is already eliminated going into the final game. The drama gets diluted, maybe slightly, maybe significantly. We genuinely won't know until 2026. The new World Cup is bigger, louder, longer, and richer. Whether it's actually better? That's what we're all about to find out. If this breakdown helped it all click, subscribe. We do this for every major topic in football, and we don't waste your time. Hit the bell, and we'll see you in the next one.